welcome to the insanity that is the last few days of the PBA Elimination round. Nico Ramos po here with Dominic Uy going dirty December on us with a beard as the Kia Sorrento take on the Meralco Bolts in an all-or-nothing game para dito sa Meralco Bolts as you take a look at the starting fives. And, well, yes, the one name that does jump out is the 5'6" guy, Manny Pacquiao, starting lineup action para dito kay playing coach Manny Pacquiao.
There's only one question when Kia Sorrento plays. Maglalaro ba yung Manny Pacquiao? Why? You know, arguably, Manny Pacquiao may not be the best in talent in the Kia Sorrento team. But he does one thing that nobody else can do in the entire league. He can inspire his team to no end. Yung dalawang laro na naglaro si Manny Pacquiao or nandyan siya present, one game they won, other game, dumikit sila sa Pure Food Star. So, huge presence for Manny Pacquiao, how he inspires people.
And you know, itong Kia Sorrento, the players, they don't stop talking about the difference, yung pagkakaiba kapag nandyan siya, kapag siya yung nagsasabi na, guys, kaya natin to, wag tayong sumuko, and how he always brings it back to his experience as a boxer and yung journey niya, Dom, in his life and how he has come to success.
Yun mo, yung isa yung for being a boxer, pero yung pangalawa dun, yung dun sa pagiging tao niya, you know, from where he started, nakachinelas, and then now you've seen what he's accomplished, you know, for him as a person and for the country. 8 titles, ilan ang batang nakagawa nun. And, you know, not just that, yung, ang kagandahan dito kay Manny, what you have to admire about him is how he can dream. He puts his dream, he makes a decision, and he really goes for it. Itong PBA dream niya, you know, it was something that he really wanted to do, and it happened because of his persistence and because of just the great person that he is.
At yun ang sinusubukan niyang maihawa dito sa kanyang Kia Sorrento. 5-2 is our score as Dehesa lines that one up and miss. So, fortunate bounce para dito kay JR Buensuceso who gets the bounce. Itong only 2 points po ng Kia off of a jumper ni Carl Dehesa. Nag-screen nun si Manny Pacquiao. Does he get half a point for that?
Well, one guy that's been playing well para sa Kia Sorrento, itong si Real Cervantes, he was definitely one of the guys, nung binuo nila itong Kia Sorrento, siya ang inaasahan na makakuha ng puntos sa loob. And he's been able to do that. He's been able to deliver. One thing about Kia, they've had a problem of putting points on the board. Usually that's what happens when you're an expansion team because talent is not really at your disposal.
Sabi ni Coach Glenn Capasio, the advice that Pacquiao gave was, we may not be the most skilled, most talented, but we can always be the most hardworking. It says, yun yung formula.
Pero may problema. Dahil yun ang gustong mangyari ng Meralco. They want to be the hardest working team as well. So this is actually a game against two of the teams that work really hard. It may not be pretty how they play, but they work really hard in trying to get wins.
Oh, there's Manny with a turnover. The dribble bothered there by Mark Cortez. JD takes it away. Another 3 para kay John Wilson. Masyadong malakas. Oh, Pacquiao with a rebound. Buensuceso pushes ahead. Spin by Cervantes. Mabibitawan against the 2-time MVP Daniel Defonso. Here comes Dillinger on the run. JD takes it himself. There, devil off the glass.
Jared Dillinger with 4 points already for the Meralco Bolts. Very different from how they started against the San Miguel Beermen. A lot more intensity.
Feeling that in that game against Pure Food Star Hotshots, tumupi sila sa dulo. They don't want to put themselves in a position where they won't even have a chance when it comes to the end, trying to make sure na hindi masyadong hihiwalay itong Meralco here.
In the first 2 quarters, dikit ang laban against Pure Food Star. They actually ended that tied. But in the 3rd quarter, they were even ahead by 6 points. So that was a really good game for Kia Sorrento.
Well, Cliff Hodge makes it a double-digit game matapos ang fast break na yun. 12-2 po ang ating score as you take a look at Hodge, you know, attacking the basket and taking advantage of that defense mula dito kay Carl Dehesa not being prepared. Really a hot start para dito sa Meralco Bolts, and we did mention gusto nila, naaamoy nila yung twice the beat advantage and how that can really, you know, give them the room that they need specifically because of the injuries that they're waiting on. Speaking of this Meralco Bolts team, Mara Aquino is our 3rd member of the broadcast team today. Go ahead, Mara.
Meralco Bolts is full of injuries today. Renal Hagnatan, meron siyang left knee sprain. He's sitting out today and he won't be playing until the next game. Kahapon, nagkaroon daw nga siya ng MRI at kitang-kita sa loob na namamaga ang kanyang tuhod. Sabi naman niya sa akin, wala naman daw siyang nararamdaman. He wants to actually play, but they're telling him not to para ma-save ang kanyang tuhod. Si Simon Atkins din, nagkaroon siya ng right hamstring sprain din. Ang hamstring medyo complicated yan, kaya indefinitely pa kung kailan siya babalik. For now, he's getting injections to make the healing faster. Another one, Anjo Karam, right ankle sprain din. May swelling pa din siya and may pain pa rin daw. But the good news is, baka 1 week lang siya mawawala. Nico and Dom?
Well, thank you very much, man. Of course, that 1 week comes in an inopportune time because the games matter more than usual here. But Dom, there's a shortage of point guards for the second conference in a row para dito sa Meralco.
Well, if you look at Meralco, the way they started out this conference, ang dami nilang point guard. They started out with Morrison, they started out with Simon Atkins, and they had Mike Cortez. But then the two guys, itong si Morrison, biglang binaba, inakyat itong si Anjo Karam. He played so well. Ang problema na, injured naman. In the previous game against San Miguel, Simon Atkins already feeling that hamstring injury. Played a couple of minutes, re-injured it or actually aggravated the injury. Pero since kulang nga sila ng point guard, napilitan maglaro si Simon. But that's what happens when you try to play with an injury. It's either you're able to play through it or you may aggravate it at yun ang nangyari. So now, inactivate na nila ulit itong si Philip Morrison.
Here's Pacquiao on the run after a Cortez miss. Manny in the corner. Manny's still with it against the cool cat, goes behind the back. Pacquiao picks up his dribble, back out to Gwen Suceso. JR down the lane, Gwen Suceso against Danny I, no go, and Defonso cleans it up.
Well, Danny I playing really well in that previous game against the San Miguel Beerman. Had 9 points in that game. The beauty of it is kinakailangan ng big man nitong Meralco. Kulang na nga sila ng big man with a complete lineup. But with Renal, we're not out, it makes it even double difficult.
Well, it helps kapag kakampi mo etong si Cliff Hodge. Take a look at that fast break brought to you by Smart Bro, tomorrow's internet. Hodge having to play more inside, playing a little larger than himself as usual dahil nga wala itong si Reynel Hugnatan. And you know, Dom, I want to bring up that point that Mara brought up earlier about Reynel Hugnatan. Reynel saying, no, I'm fine. I want to play. But they took a look at it and said, it's not really the best thing to do right now. Mara Aquino has more on us on the Meralco side. Go ahead.
Kahit na heavily favored ang Meralco, hindi pa rin komportable si Coach Norman Black sa kanilang kalaban dahil ang Kia Sorrento ay nagpapakita daw ng improved game sa huling laban kontra sa Pure Foods. Kailangan nga daw itanggal sa utak ng mga Bolts ang mga talo ng Kia dahil itong mga Sorrento ay gumagaling, especially sa kanilang disiplina. Ayon kay Coach, ang susi sa laban ngayon will be their ability to handle the defensive pressure in stopping the running game. Back to you guys.
Cal Pascual scores for 2 and you know, Meralco doesn't really look like they're taking Kia lightly. Abante sila 15 sa 6.
You cannot.
You cannot.
It's always difficult when you're playing a weaker team or an expansion team because there's a lot more pressure on the stronger team. Why? Because you need to be able... Kailan ka ba magaling? When you play 100%, and that's why you become or are regarded as a good player. But if you don't bring your A game, edi yung mga hindi kasing galing mo, kunyari 60% lang sila, ikaw maglaro ka rin ng 60%, pareho lang kayo. Malaki ang tsansa na matalo ka. That's why you always have to bring your A game. Doesn't matter who you're playing.
Nabibitawan ni John Wilson ang bola. Cervantes taking it all the way, looking ahead to Pacquiao pero mababasa ng Meralco. Here comes Cliff Hodge on the handle. John Wilson for 3. It may take some time bago niya mabitawan yung tres na yun, but it counts all the same.
3 threes now for the Meralco Bolts, really extending this lead. And you can see that Meralco, most of their points coming from turnovers.
Manny for 3. Short. When Suceso with the rebound, oh, he will lose it. Here comes John Wilson. Looks ahead. Sees 3 Kia Sorrento. Pepreno, itong si Wilson. Maghahain ng mesa Mike Cortez. Wilson drops it inside. Danny I sa ilalim. Hodge thought about the 3, takes it anyway. Oh, felt he was fouled, no call. And Kia will have possession. Well, the crowd in Araneta just egging on Manny.
And every time Manny Pacquiao holds that basketball, they are definitely cheering for him.
Manny for 3. Oh, in and out.
Nung buong time na nagwa-warm up itong Kia Sorrento, Manny Pacquiao just really trying to get his range from that 3-point area.
Meralco has been deadly on the break. 23 na po ang ginagawa nitong Meralco with a little less than half a quarter left to play. 23-6. Timeout po muna tayo.